The environmental challenges that are impacting all cities across the world and the need to make services more efficient at a lower cost, as well as the demand for a high quality of life, these are all fueling many opportunities for innovation. Technology has a big part to play in that, so that's why smart cities are now becoming a hot topic. It is estimated that by 2025, there will be 88 smart cities in the world. And by that time, urbanization is also expected to have grown quite significantly. And that will continue growing for the remainder of this century. So this increase in urbanization will obviously create severe pressure on our cities' infrastructures as well as the resources. I mean, we are already not able to cope with the existing population. So that's why smart cities can help mitigate this pressure by using technology to optimize the use of services as well as the resources, such as water, energy, as well as waste. I think over the next several years, many cities will obviously look towards technology to provide more efficient, let's say, services. But it's not all about technology. Smart cities can use technology to provide better services and more efficient, let's say, resources. But at the same time, we need to understand that just because a city is smart, that doesn't mean it's sustainable. We can use technology to create a happier community, and there are many ways of doing that. So at the city level, there should obviously be a smart grid strategy in various layers, and that includes things like energy, water, food, waste, air quality, health and well-being. But also there are many other technologies that we can use, things like EV charging stations, self-driving cars, solar farms. These are just some of the components that will improve the livability of a city as well as the connectivity. So I think the next generation of smart cities will look at various solutions. One is they'll be able to import yet also export more renewable energy through a two-way grid system. So this will obviously create and empower a greener economy for the city. There are also many different aspects of enabling residents in order to participate through having all the homes equipped with smart meters, as well as an intelligent network that can create, let's say, a renewable solar distribution grid for the city itself. Yes, technology is great, and we can look at ways to embed sensors within the infrastructure, and all of these can be connected to IoTs, which can all communicate in real time. But what excites me is how we can use technology in a more, let's say, smart way without having to spend too much money on creating something that is very high tech, yet at the same time it's not quite so livable. So I think the design aspect is always an important part of the process, how to create a unique destination. There are many other aspects to look at beyond just technology. So you can even dive further, right? So you can say, okay, at the city level, there are many methods that can be used, but also at the building level. You can look at creating, let's say, sensors within the building so that, things like the indoor lighting and the temperature can all be automatically adjusted, based on many different variables. So whether there's a number of occupants living or working in that room, the time of day, what's the external weather conditions, the light conditions inside that room. So these sensors can help to detect things like temperature, motion, noise, moisture, and all of this is about creating a more efficient and healthier, let's say, environment for the people who are either working or living there. All of this is, again, technology, right? So we shouldn't neglect the aspect of design, right? So design has a huge impact on the typology of a city, as well as the typology of the building itself. So you should look at how to actually first create a city that really improves the well-being of the residents, and then look at how you can use technology to improve the livability aspect, as well as providing more efficient resources. So future cities will use various technologies and will also support startups and businesses in green tech hubs. And it's these types of cities that really is going to be the next generation of sustainable cities that are promoting this bottom-up entrepreneurship. So I think cities that have education in sustainability, these kind of cities will also help to accelerate the transition towards sustainable developments. The next generation of smart cities should also have the capacity to analyze all the resources, right? So there's a lot of data that are coming in and how the services are being used in real time. So this means understanding the exact amount of water or exact amount of energy or waste that's being consumed, including food. So that will help them understand where the key services are most required, and also it helps them to, let's say, estimate and predict where the services will need to be provided better in the future. So using various technologies, including AI, all of this can actually help provide more efficient services to the residents. So I think the data is a very big part of what makes a city smart and how we can use that data to create a more efficient city for the residents. But data is one thing. I think it's important that the cities themselves are become the living labs, right? So they are constantly monitoring and they are constantly looking at ways to predict, and they are piloting, let's say, new innovations, and also analyzing that feedback, that data, so that they can evolve continuously into being smart cities. And I think living labs are pretty much the best models of the next generation of sustainable cities.